Never explain yourself. Machiavelli's secret to unshakable authority. Listen closely. The moment you explain yourself, you've already lost. You think justification makes you understood. It doesn't. It makes you weak. Every word you use to defend your actions is a confession that you doubt them yourself. And people smell doubt like blood in the water. Machiavelli understood something most men never will. Authority isn't given to those who explain. It's seized by those who act without apology. The weak justify, the strong execute. When you explain, you're negotiating. When you're negotiating, you're beneath someone. And once you're beneath them, you'll never climb back up. They'll remember you as the man who needed permission, the man who sought approval, the man who flinched. Drop a comment right now with the phrase, "I am the authority." That's not arrogance. That's the beginning of unshakable power. Section 2. The psychology of explanation. Why you're bleeding power. Let me show you what happens in the mind of someone when you explain yourself. First, they see uncertainty. You're trying to convince them, which means you're not convinced yourself. Your conviction crumbles before their eyes. Second, they see opportunity. Every explanation is a crack in your armor. They'll remember it. They'll use it against you later. Third, they lose respect, not consciously. Deeper than that, primal. The human brain is wired to follow those who move with absolute certainty. When you explain, you're asking for validation, and validated men are never feared. Here's the dark truth. People don't want your reasons. They want your results. Your boss doesn't care why the project took longer. Your woman doesn't care why you hesitated. Your competitors don't care about your circumstances. They care about what you deliver. Period. Machiavelli wrote that it's better to be feared than loved. But here's what he really meant. It's better to be understood through your actions than your words. When you explain, you're begging them to see your perspective. When you act without explanation, they have no choice but to accept your reality. Think about the most powerful people you know. Do they justify their decisions? No. They announce them. They execute them. They move on. Silence after action is dominance. Explanation after action is desperation. The man who explains is telling the world, "Please believe I had good reasons." The man who doesn't explain is saying, "My reasons are none of your concern." One is seeking approval. The other is commanding respect. Comment this phrase, "Silence is my power." You're learning the language of real authority. Let's go deeper. Section 3. The Machiavellian Principle. Act, don't justify. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince for philosophers. He wrote it for rulers, men who had to make decisions that would be judged, criticized, and attacked. And his advice, stop caring about being understood. Start caring about being effective. Here's what he knew that you need to burn into your mind. The moment you justify your actions, you've placed yourself on trial. And once you're on trial, you're guilty until proven innocent in the court of public opinion. Every explanation is a defense. Every defense implies accusation. Every accusation weakens your position. The powerful don't defend. They dictate reality. When Caesar crossed the Rubicon, he didn't send a letter explaining his reasoning to the Senate. He marched. When Napoleon crowned himself emperor, he didn't justify it to the Pope standing beside him. He took the crown from the Pope's hands and placed it on his own head. These weren't just symbolic acts. They were psychological warfare. They were statements, "I don't need your permission. I don't need your understanding. I am the reality you will adapt to." This is dark psychology at its finest. You're not trying to convince anyone of anything. You're creating a situation where resistance becomes pointless. Let me break this down practically. You make a business decision. Someone questions it. The weak man explains his market research, his reasoning, his justifications. The strong man says, "It's done. We move forward." One invites endless debate. The other closes the discussion. You set a boundary in a relationship. The weak man explains why he needs it, justifies his feelings, seeks understanding. The strong man states it and walks away if it's not respected. One negotiates his own boundaries. The other enforces them. You choose a path in life. The weak man explains to everyone why it makes sense, why they should support him, why he's not crazy. The strong man walks the path and lets his results speak. One lives seeking validation. The other lives creating undeniable reality. Machiavelli's secret wasn't cruelty, it was clarity, absolute, unshakable clarity about who holds the power. Drop this in the comments. I create reality. When you understand this, everything changes. Keep listening. The trap of over-communication, how words destroy empires. Here's something they don't teach you. Every word you speak is a liability. Every explanation you give is ammunition handed to your enemies. The more you talk, the more you reveal. The more you reveal, the more they know how to manipulate you. Smart men weaponize your explanations against you. They listen for your insecurities. They catalog your justifications. They study your patterns. And when the moment comes, they strike exactly where you exposed yourself. This is why CEOs speak in brief statements, why military leaders give orders without elaboration, why powerful men throughout history mastered the art of strategic silence. Words create vulnerabilities, silence creates mystery, and mystery creates fear. Fear creates respect, respect creates authority. Let me show you how over-explanation destroyed real men. How many times have you seen someone dig themselves deeper trying to clarify? They said something, someone took offense. Instead of standing firm, they explained, then explained the explanation, then apologized for the explanation. Each word made them smaller. Each justification confirmed their guilt. Each apology validated the attack against them. The predators smelled weakness and circled tighter. Within days, their reputation was destroyed, not by their original action, but by their desperate attempts to be understood. Machiavelli observed this in the Italian courts. Princes who justified their decisions to their subjects soon found themselves justifying their right to rule, then justifying their existence, then losing their heads. The pattern is always the same. Explanation leads to questioning. Questioning leads to doubt. Doubt leads to challenge. Challenge leads to overthrow. This applies everywhere. Your workplace, your relationships, your social circles. The moment people sense you're willing to justify yourself, they'll demand more justifications. It never ends. You become their performing monkey, dancing for approval. Meanwhile, the man who simply acts and moves forward becomes untouchable. People don't know how to attack someone who won't engage in the game of explanation. They can't weaponize silence. They can't twist words that were never spoken. They can't find weakness in someone who refuses to defend themselves. Stop handing people the rope they'll use to hang you. Your words are weapons. Use them sparingly or not at all. Comment right now. My silence terrifies them. This is where boys become men, where men become forces of nature. Section 5. The dark psychology, controlling perception without speaking. Now we enter the shadows, the place where true power players operate. Here's the secret. The less you explain, the more people explain you to themselves. And they always make you more powerful than you are. This is dark psychology at its core. Human beings fear what they don't understand, and they respect what they fear. When you remain silent about your intentions, people fill the void with their own narratives, and their imaginations always paint you as more dangerous, more strategic, more calculated than you actually are. You become a Rorschach test. Everyone projects their fears onto you. The paranoid see a chess master. The ambitious see an untouchable force. The weak see someone they'll never comprehend, all because you kept your mouth shut. Machiavelli called this strategic ambiguity. Modern psychologists call it information asymmetry. I call it the most powerful weapon you'll ever possess. Let me give you the formula. Mystery plus results equals mythology. When people don't know your process but see your outcomes, they create legends about you. They whisper about your methods. They wonder how you did it. They attribute almost supernatural abilities to you. But the moment you explain, the magic dies. You become ordinary, human, fallible, just another man with reasons and doubts and limitations. The mystique evaporates, the fear disappears, the respect crumbles. You've given them the blueprint to your mind, and now they know you're not the god they imagined. This is why billionaires rarely give interviews about their actual strategy, why special forces operators never discuss real missions, why the truly powerful move in silence. They understand that explanation is exposure, and exposure is weakness. Think about this practically. Two men negotiate a deal. One explains his position thoroughly, his needs, his limitations, his reasoning. The other listens and speaks only in brief, decisive statements. Who controls that room? Who gets the better terms? The silent one. Every single time. Because the explainer has shown all his cards. The silent one remains an unknown variable. And unknown variables demand caution. Caution means concessions. Concessions mean victory. This works in every arena of life. The woman who doesn't know exactly why you're so confident becomes more attracted. The boss who doesn't know your full strategy treats you with more respect. The competitor who can't read your next move fears engaging you. You become unpredictable. Unpredictability is power. But here's the critical part. This only works if your actions back up your silence. Silence without results is just emptiness. Silence with consistent, undeniable results is terrifying. So deliver, execute, dominate. Then say nothing. Let them wonder. Let them theorize. Let them fear. Drop this phrase, "I am the unknown they fear." You're not just learning psychology anymore, you're learning warfare. Section 6. The masculine Stoic. Strength in restraint. Real masculinity isn't about being loud, it's about being immovable. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius ruled the Roman Empire with a simple philosophy: control yourself before you attempt to control anything else. And the first thing you must control, your need to be understood. That need is weakness disguised as communication. It's your ego screaming for validation. It's the frightened child inside you begging people to see that you're good, that you're smart, that you're justified. Silence that child. Starve that ego. A Stoic doesn't explain because a Stoic doesn't need external validation to know he's right. His internal compass is unshakable. His decisions come from a place of deep conviction, not social approval. When you explain yourself, you're outsourcing your self-worth to other people's opinions. You're saying, "I need you to agree with me before I can feel confident in my choice." That's not strength, that's dependency. The masculine Stoic operates differently. He makes a decision based on his principles, his logic, his assessment of reality. Then he acts. The world will react however it reacts. His peace isn't determined by their approval. This is the fusion of Stoicism and Machiavellianism. One gives you internal unshakability, the other gives you external dominance. Together, they make you untouchable. Let me be direct with you. Every time you feel the urge to explain yourself, you're feeling weakness. You're feeling the need for validation. You're feeling fear that maybe you're wrong. Maybe they won't understand. Maybe they'll judge you. That feeling is the enemy. That feeling has destroyed more men than any external force ever could. Because when you act on that feeling, when you give in and start explaining, you've already surrendered. You've already admitted that their opinion matters more than your conviction. And once you've done that, you're no longer the authority. They are. Here's what you do instead. You feel that urge to explain, and you let it pass. You observe it, like a Stoic observes all emotions, with detachment. You acknowledge it exists, then you dismiss it. You remember that your actions speak louder than your words ever could. You remember that people who matter will judge you by results, not explanations. You remember that people who demand explanations are often looking for ammunition, not understanding. So you say nothing, or you say very little, something brief, something final, something that closes the door on further discussion. It's done. This is the decision. We're moving forward. No justification, no elaboration, no weakness. And then you walk away. Physically or mentally, you disengage. You don't wait for their approval. You don't linger for their acceptance. You've spoken, and now your attention is already on the next move. This is what separates the powerful from the powerless. The powerful understand that their time and energy are too valuable to waste on convincing people who are determined to misunderstand them. Let them misunderstand, let them judge, let them gossip. While they're talking, you're building. While they're questioning, you're executing. While they're demanding explanations, you're creating undeniable results. And when those results arrive, no explanation will be necessary. They'll see, they'll understand, or they won't. Either way, you'll have already moved on to the next victory. Comment this: I need no one's approval. You're becoming dangerous, unstoppable. Let's continue. Next, and please make 700 words, exact. 1945. Section 7. The Practical Warfare. Implementing unshakable authority. Theory means nothing without execution. So let me show you exactly how to weaponize silence in every area of your life. Starting now, starting today. First, your workplace. You make a decision. Someone questions it. Your old instinct is to explain your reasoning. Walk them through your thought process. Justify why you chose this path. Stop. Kill that instinct. Instead, you acknowledge their question with minimal response. I've considered it. This is the direction. Then you move forward. No elaboration, no defense. You've spoken. The conversation is over. What happens next? They'll push. They'll ask why. They'll want more information. This is the test. This is where weak men crumble and start explaining. You don't. You repeat calmly, without emotion. The decision is made. Then you literally shift your attention to the next task. Your body language says the discussion is finished. Within seconds, something shifts. They realize you're not playing the game they expected. You're not on trial. You're not seeking consensus. You're operating from a different level of authority entirely. They'll either accept it or escalate to someone above you. Either way, you've established something crucial. You're not someone who justifies himself to peers. Now, your relationships. Your woman asks where you were, why you made a choice, what you're thinking. The weak man explains everything, terrified she'll misunderstand or get upset. The strong man gives her the information she needs, nothing more. I was handling something, it's resolved. If she's reasonable, that's enough. If she's not, explanation wouldn't have helped anyway. Here's what most men don't understand. Women aren't actually asking for explanations. They're testing your frame. They're checking if you're solid in your decisions or if you'll fold under questioning. Every time you over-explain, you fail that test. Every time you state your position and stand firm, you pass. This doesn't mean being secretive or defensive. It means being secure. Secure men don't feel compelled to justify every action. Insecure men do. Your friends, your family, your social circle, same principle. They question your choices, your career move, your lifestyle, your decisions. Old, you would have spent an hour explaining, hoping they'd understand, seeking their blessing. New you? I've made my choice. I'm good with it. Then you change the subject or end the conversation. Watch what happens. The ones who respect you will accept it and move on. The ones who don't respect you will keep pushing, keep questioning, keep trying to make you defend yourself. Those are the people you start distancing yourself from because they're not interested in understanding you. They're interested in controlling you, and you're no longer controllable. Here's the deeper game. When you stop explaining, you force people to accept reality rather than debate it. Reality is non-negotiable. Explanations are always negotiable. Think about it. If I explain why I did something, you can debate my reasoning. You can poke holes in my logic. You can argue with my justifications. But if I simply did it and it's done, what can you debate? The action already exists. It's reality now. You can dislike it, but you can't argue with its existence. This is how you become immovable. You don't defend positions, you create facts. Now, let me give you the ultimate scenario. You fail. Something you did doesn't work out. Everyone's watching. Everyone wants to know why. Everyone expects an explanation, maybe an apology. This is where legends are made or destroyed. The weak man explains all the reasons it failed, all the circumstances, all the variables he couldn't control. He's hoping his explanation will soften the judgment. It won't. It just makes him look weaker. The strong man acknowledges the failure with brutal brevity. It didn't work. I'm moving to the next approach. No excuses, no justifications, just facts and forward motion. What does this communicate? That he's not afraid of failure, that he's not seeking sympathy, that his confidence doesn't depend on being right every time. That's the mindset of someone truly dangerous, someone who learns and adapts without the burden of ego or the need for external validation. People respect failure handled with strength far more than success handled with insecurity. Remember, explanation is always about the past. Authority is always about the present and future. Stop living in the past, justifying what's already done. Start living in the present, creating what comes next. Drop this comment. I am always moving forward. We're almost at the peak. The final lessons are the most powerful. Stay with me. Section 8. The enemies of silence. Recognizing the traps. Now that you understand the power of not explaining, you need to understand the forces that will try to make you break, because they will try, relentlessly. There are psychological traps everywhere designed to make you justify yourself, and if you don't recognize them, you'll fall into them over and over again. Trap number 1, the guilt trip. Someone acts hurt by your decision. They don't directly ask for an explanation. They just express pain, disappointment, confusion. They make you feel like a villain for not clarifying. This is manipulation, pure and simple. They're weaponizing your empathy to extract justification from you. Don't fall for it. Your response: acknowledge their feelings without explaining your actions. I understand you're disappointed. My decision stands. That's it. You're not heartless. You're just not negotiating reality. Trap number 2, the false authority. Someone with perceived status demands your reasoning. A parent, a mentor, a boss, someone whose approval you've been conditioned to seek. They say, I need you to explain this to me. And your conditioning kicks in. You want their approval. You want them to see you as smart, capable, justified. But here's the truth. Real authority figures respect strength, not explanation. If they're demanding justification, they're either testing you or they've already lost confidence in you. Either way, explaining makes it worse. Your response: I've made my assessment. I'm confident in this direction. If they push, you add, I appreciate your concern, but this is my call to make. Respectful but immovable. Trap number 3, the crowd. Multiple people questioning you simultaneously. This is the most dangerous trap because it feels like consensus reality is against you. Everyone wants answers. Everyone thinks you're wrong. Everyone's demanding explanation. This is where weak men crumble. The social pressure becomes overwhelming. They start explaining, justifying, defending. They end up looking desperate and uncertain in front of everyone. The strong man does something counterintuitive. He becomes quieter, more brief, more certain. While everyone's shouting, he speaks once, clearly, finally. Then he stops engaging. Your response? I've heard your concerns. My position remains unchanged. Then silence, absolute silence. Let them tire themselves out arguing with someone who's no longer participating. Trap number 4, the reasonable request. This is the most insidious. Someone asks nicely, respectfully. They seem genuinely curious. They just want to understand. How can you refuse such a reasonable request? Easy. Because reasonable-sounding manipulation is still manipulation. Most people aren't genuinely curious. They're gathering information to use later. They're looking for inconsistencies. They're building a case against you in real time. Your response? I appreciate your interest. I'm not discussing my reasoning right now. If they persist, I'm sure my actions will make sense in time. Polite, but closed. Here's what you need to understand. These traps work because they exploit your social conditioning. You've been trained since childhood to explain yourself, to teachers, to parents, to authority figures, to peers. That training served a purpose when you were powerless, when you were actually accountable to others, when you needed permission to act. But you're not that person anymore. You're building real power now, and real power means accountability to results, not explanations to people. The moment you understand this distinction, everything changes. You stop seeing these traps as obligations and start seeing them as tests. Every time someone demands explanation, they're testing whether you're truly confident or just pretending. Every time you refuse to explain, you pass that test. Every time you give in and justify yourself, you fail. And here's the brutal reality. People remember your failures more than your successes in this arena. One moment of weakness, one session of desperate explanation, and you've undone months of building authority. This is why Machiavelli emphasized consistency. It's not enough to be strong sometimes. You must be unshakable always, because people are watching, testing, probing for weakness. The man who never explains builds a reputation. People learn not to question him. They learn that asking is pointless. They learn that his decisions are final. The man who sometimes explains builds confusion. People never know when they can push him, so they always try, and sometimes they succeed, and he remains in a constant state of having to defend himself. Which man do you want to be? The choice is yours, but understand this. Every explanation you give from this point forward is a conscious choice to remain weak. You know better now. You understand the game. So stop playing it on other people's terms. Stop letting them set the frame. Stop handing them your power wrapped in justification. Comment this phrase: they will learn or they will leave. 2 more sections. Stay with me. This is where it all comes together.